It's been a while since I spoke to you about issues of the nation. I've been busy doing a few things, but I just thought I should say something about what I found not disturbing because I've spoken about it before a long time ago on Facebook. But it's like when I spoke about it, people didn't really, because it wasn't really a thing. It just happened once. But now I saw that people have been talking about it. So it's like me making a video about it right now, even though on Facebook then I just wrote a post. It's what I want to call terrorism, TikTok, and Father Christmas. So we are aware of what the is it bandits or herdsmen or Boko Haram, the terrorist organizations. We are aware that they are on TikTok doing giveaways, and young Nigerians follow them, log into their live sessions and ask for giveaways. So they flaunt the monies they made from taking hostages, and then they'll send some, they'll give back to the society. It's funny, you kidnap Nigerians and then ask for ransom. Nigerians will pay ransom. You release the people you took as hostages, and then sometimes you you send some of them to their ancestors even after they have paid the ransom, and then you take a part of the ransom to give back to society. uh, Society don't dey good to us, so make una take like a tithe of our hustle. That's how bad Nigeria has gone. You know, whatever comes into Nigeria is abused, good or bad. I remember when the COVID-19 came, I saw a skit and people were saying Nigeria will abuse coronavirus. Coronavirus go believe say enter Nigeria. Everything about Nigeria is abused. Religion is abused. Criminality that people will just do and go. When it comes to Nigeria, Nigerians will abuse criminality. Even the criminality self go believe say e enter some kind country. So Nigeria is abusing terrorism. It is funny, but it's sad. It's sad that Nigeria is abusing terrorism. What that means is that terrorism has come to stay. Terrorism is a part of us. Very soon, just like it is with Yahoo boys. In Nigeria, there are ladies who will not date you, who will not even give you a chance unless you are a Yahoo boy. There is this flex that comes with dating a Yahoo boy. Not necessarily for the money. Yahoo boys might not even be giving these girls money, but the fact that being a Yahoo boy is a flex. So being a girlfriend of a Yahoo boy also becomes a flex. A lot of young girls are looking up to being in relationship with Yahoo boys so that they will say, my boyfriend is a Yahoo boy, so he's the happening guy in town. Very soon, people, if care was not taken, people will start farming terrorists, My boyfriend is a terrorist. See, there are a lot of things I have projected and they came to pass. I was the first person that said the terrorists will start using um, aircraft. 3 weeks after I said that, terrorists used an aircraft. But when I said it looked as if I was playing, you know. Very soon, the way it is going, young girls, will start boasting that they are dating terrorists. I am dating a terrorist. You are just dating a class teacher. Because by what will you explain terrorists coming online to do giveaway? People drop their bank account numbers, drop your azar, make I send you robbers on the one hand. And on the other hand, there are Nigerians that are saying release innocent children, release our teachers, release people that you've taken as hostages. Why there are people who are saying so? There are also, in fact, some of the people that will come online to cry, release our your children, stop kidnapping Nigerians. Some of them will still be among those that will go and paste their bank details for the terrorists to credit their account as giveaway. And people have been calling them out. How will you do that? Don't you have shame? Don't you have pity? You are the ones that are spoiling Nigeria. Whenever the irresponsibility of the political leaders is thrown out, it is the victims that becomes the ones who are at fault. From the surface, it doesn't follow. It shouldn't make sense that people are asking terrorists to do giveaway with money they got as ransom. From the surface, someone who did that would be a very stupid, foolish, sometimes evil person. You don't have sympathy, you don't have empathy. In fact, you don't have conscience for you to ask a kidnapper to find you something, just like we say it, rather than asking for the kidnapping to be put to an end. But the question is, haven't we been asking for the kidnapping to stop? What else should a Nigerian ask the government for that they haven't asked? Is it until all of us become kidnappers that the government will say, okay, we want to put an end to it? You know? But then there is the weaponization of poverty. You see, this poverty that is in Nigeria, it is deliberate. The poverty is deliberate. The hunger is deliberate. The miseducation is deliberate. They weaponize these things. The reason is that when you are poor, you are controlled. You are disposable. You will be used and misused. You would be reduced to an article of oppression. And the role of the Nigerian kind of politicians is to oppress the people, because when they keep the people oppressed, they make a lot of profit from it. But those of you who are calling out the victims of Nigeria for asking for giveaway, maybe it's because things are going on well for you to an extent, because there is no Nigerian that things are going on well for, including the politicians. If things were going on well for the politicians, the president of Nigeria would not have to go and install solar power on the roof of the Aso Rock. So things are not going on well for anybody in Nigeria. But there are levels to these things, like we say. Inside poverty, poverty is still there. But have you been in a situation where the only hope for food for the day is just the air you breathe, because the air is free? If they decided to sell the air we breathe, oxygen, like an inhalation is sold for 50 naira, or maybe 50 naira is too much. An inhalation is sold for 1 naira. So do you know how many times you will inhale? Exhaling will be waste, so you don't buy waste. You just inhale and exhale waste. Do you know how many times you will inhale in a day? Do you know how many times you will inhale in an hour? So let's say they sell inhalation for for 1 naira each. How many people can afford inhalation? So if the air we breathe were to be sold in Nigeria, 90% of Nigerians would be no more. So there are people whose meal for the day is the air that we breathe, because that one is not to be bought. If you are in that situation and you are not asking a bandit on TikTok for giveaway, then I would think something is wrong with you. It's ironical, but what will you tell me? There is a guy that said, if you don't have what to eat, go and carry blocks, go and push wheelbarrow. That's how the system wants you to think. That's how the system wants you to talk. And when you go that way, the oppression continues. You do not have to suffer to afford a square meal. You do not have to carry wheelbarrow. You do not have to carry blocks on your head. The America, the London, the Germany and the rest that we always want Nigeria to be like, don't we look at how it works there? How many people will have to carry blocks on their head? Countries are manufacturing robots that will be doing this kind of things, and we are pushing people to go and carry blocks on their heads to be able to feed. Are you supposed to carry blocks before you could afford a cup of garri? What kind of country is that? And then for the block industry sef, don't you know that there is competition there? You can't walk into a site and say, I want to carry blocks. You will not get the job, because it is saturated. Everywhere don't jam. If you went to dump sites, scavengers, it's just that people don't know what Nigerians are going through. You can't quantify it. I have seen people fight over debts, over refuse, like things that people have thrown into the dumpster, and you see people fighting over it, fighting, cutting themselves. Na me get this dirty, no be you get this dirty. That's how they call it, refuse, debt. fight don burst, they start fighting. That's the kind of country we belong to. So for me, it is easier. It doesn't make sense right now, but it is easier. Everybody wants the easy way out. It is easier to ask a terrorist on TikTok to put something for my aza than to go and carry blocks on my head. Which one is easier? That's where Nigeria is currently. But we have politicians that are contributing trillions of naira, state governors, to an incapacitated president to come back in 2027. Please, the people who are begging bandits for giveaway on TikTok are not the problem of Nigeria. When you see someone begging a bandit to dash them monies they made from kidnapping, what you should feel towards that person is pity. You should feel pity. Don't you have it is you I will be asking. Those are not the ones that lack conscience. They are trying to survive. It is you who is questioning their survival instinct that is the one that lacks conscience. Don't you have conscience that a human being like you will reduce themselves to the level of begging a kidnapper to help him with 10,000 naira off the ransom they took so that they will survive? Are you not supposed to feel pity towards that kind of person? Something of that nature is supposed to trigger a revolution in you, a revolution against a government that allows the country to run on a situation where a normal human being will have to beg a kidnapper to help him with some money from the monies they took as ransom, that they may have something to eat. Do you think they are doing it for flexing? That shows you how bad the Nigerian society has become. It is supposed to trigger a revolution out of us, but rather we are blaming the victims. There is something Sheigumi repeatedly said. It doesn't make sense, but Nigerians are not philosophical generally, just a few. Sheigumi said, these people that you are calling bandits, I'm not apologetic. I am not an apologist of criminality. But he said, these people you are calling bandits, these people are trying to survive. How many politicians' children have you seen committing crime? How many politicians' children are bandits? How many politicians' children are kidnappers? How many politicians' children are Fulani herdsmen? Why is it that it is only the poor people, children of the poor, that are those people who are committing this crime? Doesn't it tell you that there is something about poverty? If these people were not poor, the only reason these people could go into crime, the only reason these people could become bandits, kidnappers, herdsmen, is because they are poor. They are trying to survive. But we don't look at it. We only look at They are criminals. They are criminals. Arrest them. Kill them. No banditry. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Why are they becoming terrorists? Why are they mentally or intellectually vulnerable to people that will say, come and take guns and kill for me? The only reason for that, or the major reason for that, is poverty. When somebody is poor, they will not think right. Albert Einstein said, poverty is not a good political advisor. And someone else said, principles doesn't work on empty stomach. You cannot be asking someone who have not seen what to eat to maintain decorum. You that is doing that is the person who is out of your senses. It is very simple. If they wanted the insecurity to be reduced to the bearable minimum where our security officers will be able to manage, the government knows what to do. The government has to address poverty, hunger. An average Nigerian is hungry, so they are prone to crime. If someone came, the Yahoo boys that we are talking about, do you think they are proud of it? But because of how hunger has taken center stage in Nigeria, the criminality becomes a thing to be proud of because everybody just wants to survive. Even me that is saying this thing, the reason I am not considering crime is because my own madness is on the elite level. Everything gets level by level. The Nigerian government has crippled whatever little thing I do in terms of business. We are all hungry. So that we are not going into crime, that we are not joining the bandits or the terrorists, is not because there is no it doesn't give money. It's even making more, it's even easier now because the security operatives are not doing anything about it, so you can kidnap people. And in fact, you can even kidnap and they pay ransom and they know you are the person who kidnapped, and you will still be walking free. It has gotten to that point. The security um, apparatus is doing to absolutely nothing about it. Maybe they are also a part of the criminality. I do not know, because you can't tell me that here that I am in my house making this video. If I said something that will offend the establishment, maybe if I begin the insult Tinubu right now, or Tony Elumelu, those ones are the ones that can easily arrest. Tony Elumelu, Adekunle Gold. If you said something like Adekunle Gold's daughter is dead, tomorrow now you go yesterday don't arrest me. They will pick me up because they will just trace no matter where I am. So the security personnel are doing something about defamation. If you defame someone before morning, you will be picked up. Your location, you will be tracked. Whether you even if you turn off your phone, they go track you. But the people, some of them would have been the people that even carried out the Oyo State primary schools operation. Some of them would have been those people that are on TikTok doing giveaway. But as long as they have not defamed, I don't know the kind of country you people are living in. As long as the bandits have not defamed Otedola, as long as the bandits have not defamed Tony Elumelu, as long as the bandits have not defamed Adekunle Gold, they are not worth arresting. Make they just the kidnap people, make they just the kill people they go, as long as they have not defamed anybody. That is, That you could see where the security personnel and the government are interested in. They are interested in arresting people who defame people online than arresting bandits and terrorists who do give away online. So as long as the bandits and terrorists are not defaming the who is who, they should have a field day. So insecurity has been normalized. In fact, it is abnormal for someone to feel secured in Nigeria. That is where we are. So if you are a terrorist, just be doing your business and be doing giveaway. Nigerian government no send you. Just be doing your thing. But like I said, if the government can arrest terrorists, kidnappers, and herdsmen, but as long as they are not addressing poverty, they go arrest sotey they tire. In fact, I want to think that the reason they are not arresting, because what does it take to get these people? What exactly does it take to get them? Absolutely nothing. But the reason they are not doing it is because they know that arresting the terrorist will not solve the problem. What will solve the problem is arresting poverty. And that poverty and hunger, they are not interested in arresting. And as long as hunger, poverty is not being arrested in Nigeria, there is nothing anybody can do about criminality. It will only get worse. The thing that makes criminality to flourish is hunger and poverty. I will repeat again. The things that makes criminality to flourish is hunger and poverty. If hunger and poverty is not addressed, the more the arrest you make, the more they recruit people who are hungry. And there is another aspect to it. I have said before, the role of government is to create problems so that they will stay relevant and make money. You are asking government to address the insecurity. I will ask you one question. By the time the government addresses insecurity and everywhere becomes peaceful, how will the government officials siphon money for arms? The insecurity has to thrive so that they will take money and tell you they are buying weapons. You remember what Christopher Musa was saying on the floor of the Senate? How expensive security is. Just one bullet. Me, I am not someone that pays attention to those people. I clearly stated it the very day they started talking about making Musa the Minister of Defense. I was very clear. This guy will fail woefully. What did he do when he was Chief of Army Staff? I think they said the reward for a job well done is small job. So how well did he do the one he did when he was wearing the uniform, carrying guns, that you go and give him a political appointment? Look at how the security of Nigeria has turned out since Musa became Minister of Defense. Giving her the guts to say it is a moment to pray. To pray to who? The God you are praying to Is it different from the God the terrorists are praying to? It's just that you people don't even have an understanding of how God works. That God that Super Eagles will be praying to is the same God that um, indomitable lions will be praying to. The two of them will pray to the same God to go and play a football match to defeat each other. What would you want God to do? And they say God is not partial. So as you're praying, as Christopher Musa and whoever, all those people that have been asking Nigerians to pray, Pentecostal fellowship, as you are praying to God to address insecurity, the people who are creating the insecurity are praying to God to let them have what to eat. And what is that thing that they will eat? They are victims. So, since God is not partial, how would you want God to answer your own prayer and not answer the prayer of the other person? One man's hustle is another man's criminality. We are all hustling. The only person that is supposed to put things in place is the commander in chief. The one we have as our commander in chief. Chineke nna. See, Nigeria is on a long thing. Nigeria is on a long thing. And then at every given opportunity, they will say the buck stops with me. I'm not an educated person. I don't know how they speak all those their grammars. The buck stops with the president. Which buck? Which president? The buck will only stop with the president. In a country that has a president, does Nigeria look like a country that have a president? Where is the president? Who is the president? The buck stops nowhere. So in a country that doesn't have a president, the buck stops with the people. Oh, see, when some of you have expectations on that person that is in the Aso Rock, I start to think you are mad. The buck stops with the president when there is a president. So when there is no president, why will the buck stop with the president? Nigeria doesn't have a president. Nigeria has, I don't know the one I'll say that, just like I said, if you defame, in quote, because a president of a country cannot be defamed. You are there to take all the bullshit. That is the reason you are there. But we are in a country where you talk about your own leader that you elected, they will get you arrested. See, everything is wrong with Nigeria, and the buck stops with the people. The buck stops with the people. The presidents, the leaders you are wanting the buck to stop with are not interested in buck. They are not interested. They are interested in bulk. B-U-L-K. They are interested in bulk money. All your taxpayers' money, they are interested in it to come in bulk. That's why one person can take 20 billion and nothing happens. That's why snake and monkeys can swallow monies in millions. That's why people will put money in soak away. They put it in bulk. So the bulk of the money stops with them on their table. For you, who is the sufferer, for you, who is the one who is oppressed, the buck stops with you. B-U-C-K. The buck stops with the people until the people are ready to stand up and say, enough has finally got to be enough. We will only keep ranting. The bandits and terrorists will continue doing giveaway, and people will keep sending their bank account numbers to collect money. In fact, you know how it works in Nigeria. the Nigerian security agencies will start arresting people that sent account numbers to bandits to survive, and they will leave the bandits who are kidnapping people and taking ransom. Mark my words, people who send money, who send account numbers to bandits to show them love will soon start getting arrested. Meanwhile, the bandits will be growing fat. The reason is simple: security is not their concern. They want the insecurity to continue so that they will continue to make a living out of it. You don't know that they make a living out of it. Am I the one that will tell you? There is what is called conflict entrepreneurship. Conflict is a whole lot of business. It's a whole lot of business. Almost everybody benefits from it. In fact, if the bandits kidnapped someone and took ransom, he will have money to come to your shop and buy what you're selling. You make money. So almost everybody makes money from it. You know, if the bandit kidnaps someone and takes ransom, he will have money to buy Indomie. They ride on bikes. When they take ransom, they will go and buy bikes. The person that is selling bikes have made profit from ransom. So everybody benefits from this insecurity that you are seeing like this. So everybody benefits. But a lot of you don't know that you're benefiting from it because the money moves around. I am talking like a madman now. I'm actually a madman. What I'm talking doesn't make sense. You that is watching me, you indirectly benefit from insecurity. And that is why the insecurity has come to stay. But like I always say, whenever the people decide to wake up, their little game will be over. The only thing that will take Nigeria out of this madness is when the people decide to wake up. Just like Davido said, cho cho cho, do nothing. Just to the talk. All the talks we've been talking, have they released the children they carried from Oyo State? And for those that are calling on Sheyi Makinde, I don't want to say thunder should fire you. Sheyi Makinde never told you people, to the best of my knowledge, to vote for him and he will provide security. Security doesn't belong to a state governor. It belongs to that one you people are calling Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is the one that is the chief security officer of Nigeria. That's why they call him the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Is there any governor? Even ordinary police no dey inside governor hand. You are calling out the governor. For the governor to do what? Ko were mkpụrụ amụ ya jee rescue ụmụazụ n'ime ọhịa. Leave Sheyi Makinde alone. Tell Tinubu to release Oyo State children. It is Tinubu. So until we are ready, nothing will happen. Thank you.